So lately you've been noticing that you've just been in bed, you're not motivated to do anything, you don't feel productive, you lack the zest of life, you don't feel like you want to face life, you don't even like yourself. You've not even been taking care of yourself and you wonder how you're going to get yourself out of this rut. So today I'm just going to be quickly going through just 4 points on how it's going to help you how to get out of this lazy era and just be productive, motivated, and disciplined. Okay, so without much further ado, let's get to it. So, first and foremost, you're going to wake up early. Okay, you're going to wake up early, and the moment you wake up, you're going to put on your gym clothes and go to the gym. And if you cannot afford the gym, you're going to do home workouts. Okay, let me tell you, just getting up and having that mind to just be disciplined and putting on your gym clothes and just moving your body will motivate you. It will make you feel happier, you'll feel lighter, and with time you do this for like 2 3 weeks straight, your body will start to show all that dead weight that you've been gaining just rotting on your bed will start to melt off. You look better, your skin will improve, your health will improve. And when you work out, you release that dopamine. And that's the real dopamine, not the dopamine that alcohol gives you for like 2 seconds. The real dopamine. And it comes with so much motivation. You start to value yourself. Have you ever realized that the moment you start taking yourself seriously, like when you wake up early, you go to the gym, you'll want to eat clean, you'll want to save your time, and waking up early extends your day. It gives you longer days. You get to do more with your day. So, can you imagine you wake up at around 5, okay, or even 7? You have like an entire 5 hours before you get to midday. That is more than enough time to get to work out, to plan out your day, to work, to do some work, to run your errands. And before the day ends, you don't feel like you've wasted your day. You don't feel like you're not productive. Okay. So I want you to cultivate that habit of waking up early. Even if you're just going to work out for like 5 minutes or just 10 minutes, just getting up early, it sharpens your mind and then you feel like you're ahead of the world. Trust me, it is the best thing you can do for yourself and it's the easiest way to get out of a rut. Okay. Now to the second point. So you're going to pray to God to help you, to help you remove the laziness and procrastination. Let me tell you, where I don't know where you come from, but me where I come from, witchcraft is real, and sometimes it shows up as warfare. It is demonic to be in a constant state of sunkenness and depression. Sometimes there was a time I didn't even want to go to work. Just to get up, shower, and go to work was hell for me. I used to drag myself until my brother told me, I don't think you're okay. I think something is being done on you because this is not you. Me, I pray to God like my life depends on it. Because anytime I abandon that is when I start to fall off. I start to backslide on myself. I start to let go of myself. I was not taking care of myself. My skin was just looking messed up. I was always depressed. I don't even want to cook for myself. I just want to live off tea. I was thin, and I was wondering what was wrong with me until I started getting back. I said, okay, let me get back to my praying schedule. Let me ask God to remove this weight. Sometimes it's not just you. Maybe it's not just something that you can do it by yourself. Sometimes you need God's help. Let me tell you, pray. Sometimes you just pray, tell Him to remove the laziness, to remove the procrastination, and to replace it with self control, to replace it with discipline. To motivate you. I used to ask Him, Lord, help me have to have the zest of life. I don't feel it. Even to reply messages was a task, and I have blackout curtains now. I can stay in bed even for 2 days. I don't even know if it's day or night. I was just on my bed, especially if you work from home. Hey, this can really mess you up. Okay. Oh, ignore the background noise. My neighbor's kids, guys. Hey, I just have to shoot these videos. I cannot wait for them to sleep. So you have to pray. Sometimes these things are demonic. You think that you are lazy, you think that you're just bored, maybe you hate your job, but really it's someone out there, hollering at your name in the middle of the night, sending depression your way so that you don't work on your goal, so that you don't win. Okay, sometimes tell him that you need help, you need to be disciplined, ask him for self-control. Okay, so that you can wake up early, you do your things, you take care of your skin, you do your routines. eh Depression is not a good place to be. You don't even want to clean your house, you don't want to shower, you don't want to cook meals. I don't even know how I used to survive. I used to just drink tea. I could not even turn on the big lights in my house. I was always just, if I'm looking for something, I have my phone like this in my hand. Like I don't have lights in my house until it hit me like, I'm not acting like myself, you know. And slowly but slowly, when you ask him, things get lighter. You cannot. Some things is just beyond us. That's all I can say. Something is just beyond you. You need help with some things. Trust me. So pray. I don't know, guys. Me, that's all I can tell you. Just pray. If you don't believe in God, I don't know what else to tell you, but pray, okay? And also, God helps those who help themselves. You cannot, after you pray, you get up and push yourself through it. You say, okay, today I'm just going to get up, I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to put on my gym clothes. Even if I'm not going to go to the gym, I'll just take a walk. I'll walk until to the court gate, get back. That's all I'm going to do. And it will help you. Just find yourself, okay, let me take a walk, okay, let me get to that next phase. Let me just do some sets here and there. And then before you know it, you're back to yourself, you are alive again. Move your body, pray to God, okay? And wake up early. And then I want you to get your work done before you start looking at social media. Anything that pulls you away from your work, from your goals, is a distraction from the enemy. Trust me. There's some days you're just on TikTok, like one is just 10 minutes. Before you know it, you've been there 6 hours. Sometimes it's the whole day. You're just scrolling. And for some reason, it feels really good just to be scrolling. And then afterwards, you just feel this weight of depression fall on you. Let me tell you, I don't know. I'm starting to think these apps are demonic too, because how can a human being, how can you just be scrolling your life away like that, like a dead zombie? For me, I kept, even if I want to post these TikToks and whatever, I will like edit a batch of them and then I'll schedule them. Um, I have timers on these apps so that I see there it says 15 minutes, it says 30 minutes, that's it. That's it for the day. I'm not going back to that app. Because before you know it, your day is spent there. There is nothing you have done, and then you start feeling like you are falling behind and you're just busy scrolling, looking at other people's lives, you're looking at other people's work while your work is there hanging, it's not being attended to. Like, come on, are you even being real to yourself? Are you doing yourself a favor? Even if you are using those apps to work, like, you really need to be very intentional. You really need to be very intentional. Either you work from your laptop, you know, just be smart about it. But for me, I have a rule. I do not go to social media before my work is done. I do not look at social media immediately I wake up. I don't look at social media before I go to bed. Before I go to bed, I read my Bible. I put on sermons in the background. I listen to them until I fall asleep. In the morning, the same thing. As I'm doing my morning routine, I'm brushing my teeth, there's sermon or some worship music playing in the background. And then I ease into my day like that. When you start like this, hey, you will waste away. You will waste your days, okay? So do not look at your phone, especially social media, before you do any work done. Have some sort of slot day. Me, I give it around 2 to 4 p.m. or around 7 to 8 p.m. when I'm already tired. I've already done the important things. So I'm just winding down before I go to before I just do my night routine and go to bed. That's when I'll be looking at social media. But early in the morning, like 7 a.m., that's time for doing serious things. I will not waste my high productive energy into scrolling. And then before you know it, and I don't know, for some reason it feels good. It feels good, and before you know it, and then after you scroll, you feel depressed. I don't know why that depression, I don't know. I think it's exhausting dopamine or something. But that low sunken feeling you get after you've been scrolling the whole day, it's like a spirit knows you've just wasted yourself away. Guys, please, those phones will be the end of us. Kindly do your work first, then scroll on social media, okay? Then Sunday night reset. It doesn't have to be a night, but on Sundays, take your time and schedule your week. those errands that you're hanging behind on, those work that you have to do, the cleaning that you're supposed to do, this is when you plan your day so that when Monday rolls through, you wake up early, you know exactly what you need to be doing. Laziness just comes from you having too many options. But when you know exactly what you need to do and it has to be done at this certain time, at this way, you don't have that, you don't give yourself that opportunity to lie down and or just procrastinate, because well, if you procrastinate to the next day, what will happen to the things you're supposed to do on that day? You'll have to push it forward, and then you will have lagging tasks. So I prefer on Sunday, write down certain days I'll be going to the gym. This day I'll be working on my business. This day I'll be running my errands. This day I'll be working on my side hustle. This day I'm going to be shooting content for social media. Like that, like that, like that. So that during your week you're productive and also you don't feel overwhelmed, and also you don't burden yourself with decision fatigue. Okay. So I don't know. I think that's all. Wake up early. Pray to God to help you. You know, some things, it's, I don't know, I don't have the words, but some things is just beyond us. You are naturally a high achieving person, but for some reason you cannot get up. You're not motivated to do anything. That has to be demonic. Pray. Put yourself on a schedule. And social media is a distraction. It will waste your time, it will waste your productive hours, and most of all it will just leave you depressed, and that feeling is not good. You feel like you're wasting your life away, and really it's just scrolling. Just cultivate a sort of discipline with your phone. Okay, I think that's all. I don't want this video to be too long. It's already 12 minutes. I'll see you on the next one.